Live in 3, 2, 1. Live in 3, 2, 1. Good afternoon and welcome to Jewels of the Game. This is your girl Liz, L3 CEO, and today we have a special guest for our special edition. We're talking live today with Uncle Pootie. Uncle Pootie, how you doing?
Hey, I'm fine. How y'all doing today?
Fantastic. So glad to have you on. I've heard some great things about you, and I wanted to give the world a chance to hear a little bit about your story today. So first of all, I heard that you're from the Carolinas, so you're from South Carolina.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and what part of South Carolina?
I was born in Greenwood, raised in Abbeville.
Okay. Yeah, I'm born and raised myself in Fayetteville, North Carolina. So North
Okay.
Carolina is definitely my home. Yeah. So tell me a little bit about, what was your inspiration to get started in the music game?
I got family, I grew up in church and grew up doing gospel, singing gospel with different gospel groups, a cappella, quartets, and I had the urge to make people laugh also. So people told me I need to do, put my music and comedy out there. I took it in consideration, and that's what I'm doing.
I got you. Okay. Yeah. So with that, were there any things or people that motivated you?
Yeah, I have a cousin that played, he played for the Funkadelic, for Joy Clemens. He played the bass guitar, Billy Mims. He was like my second cousin.
Okay.
Yeah, and he played different instruments, and he was badass with it. So that inspired me. Um, my grandmama, she sung gospel, and
Okay.
yeah, she motivated me as well.
I love it. Okay. So when did you first start doing music? And we can tap into the comedy side too. So when did everything start for you as far as your dreams?
Okay, everything started when I finished high school. I left. I would decide when I finished school, I wanted to pursue my career. So I went into the studio and did a acapella gospel album. I had did it, completed the whole album. So at the time, it was around 2009, I decided when ringtones first came out, where
Mm-hmm.
everybody had ringtones as their ringtone, like different music. So I wanted to have my own music as my ringtone. I had a couple acapella songs I was gonna put out. So I went on Craigslist. You know, Craigslist was hot and popping back then. So I went on Craigslist to see what avenues I could go with the ringtone, with the music. Period. So I reached out to this guy that did the ringtone, but his name was Maurice Murray. I didn't know who he was. He just told me, send over my MP3s that I want to put out. So he gave me a deal on 2 ringtones. At the time, he couldn't get what you call a good ringtone with the acapella style, because you hear the airwaves in the back. As when he tried to download it into the system, he said he couldn't get a good ringtone for neither one of the songs because it was acapella, no instruments in it. So he said, he was like, if I send you sound like a good brother. Like if I send you over a track, tell me how you like it. If you like it, I will. You could write three. How quick can you write 3 verses to it? He sent the track over. I heard it. I'm like, yeah, I like the song. It was like a tropical sound. It already had the chorus already on it. I didn't know who it was, but I'm like, yeah, I like to, put that, do something with that track. It sound nice. He was like, okay, how soon can you get to a studio and drop 3 verses in the bridge to the song? I'm like, it won't take me but about a couple hours. So I went to the studio, dropped something down. He said, okay, this is my email. Send that track back to my email, Maurice. Come to find out he was the youngest artist on Death Row Records. It was Alizé.
Wow.
And he was like, he said, I did the track, sent it back over to him. He was like, like 2 weeks later, he had it on the radio all over Georgia. He was playing, started on one station. I remember the DJ that started spinning the record. His name was DJ Cowboy from Chicago. And he was breaking the record in Atlanta, and I didn't know it. All of a sudden, I get a call, and Alizé was like, do you have Clear Channel? Do you have satellite radio? I'm like, not really. He was like, he said, because your song gonna start spinning such and such on such and such station at such and such time. So it was blowing up on the radio, At time, I'm running back and forth to Atlanta. He had me come to Atlanta like during the 7 days a week. This was in 2009. The song was called Sex Tag. That's what the song was. So they were playing on the radio. Like I say, it was on the XM radio station, Sirius radio, and they were blowing up. So me and Alizé had little words because he was like, you like, I supposed to be getting royalties for the song, which I never got any royalties from the song.
Wow.
The song, the money was going to him. He had me figured like, I'm going to get paid, and I never received a dime. So, after about 10 years of not receiving no money, I went another route.
Makes sense.
I got me another manager. So he managed me for like 10 years. He got me in front of all the majors in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
That, at the time, he had spoke with Cortez, and Cortez gave him the okay to push that record. It was Drake on the song.
Okay, so he had a record with Drake. Okay.
Yeah, Sex Tag. That would have been Lil Wayne, Young Money anthem song in 2009. Alizé did a deal with Cortez. At the time, Cortez would have been Drake's manager. So as that happened, we got okay. Then when they started pushing on radio. But like I said, I never received a dime from it. But I was blown up in Georgia on the Grown and Sexy station. I remember what station they started on. But like I said, I hear people from all over Georgia saying they hear me all over the radio. Bow Wow talking good about you. You want to work with you. But I'm like, get out of here. Anyway, it's a long story on that end, but I can go on forever.
Well, the game can be interesting, as I like to call it. This music business is definitely something you got to be on top of things.
Yes, I've been running with industry people for a long time. So like I said, I know how now not to get ripped off.
Right. Absolutely. You work hard,
So I ended up after all that was done, I put out another song on my own around 2020 called Real Quick. Do another management team, LSG Music, Louis Gregory out of Wisconsin. But anyway, we put out a song called Real Quick. We pushed it overseas. We pushed it worldwide, but it did real good overseas. It went platinum over there. That Real Quick song, I probably got the picture with me holding the big plaque with the platinum record in it.
Right.
I charted number 50 on the Independent Global. I charted 174 around that time. I was like 174 on the Global. That was next to the Billboard. You got the Billboard 100, 200, whatever. Then you got the Global. Then you got the Indie Global. Then you got the World, the European. It's a lot of charts, but those are the biggest charts: the USA Global and the US Billboard and the Global. But anyway, I was on the Global chart for 1 week with the Superstar, and I did that independent.
Okay. Well, it sounds like you had, a lot of accomplishments. You've definitely put work in this game, something to be applauded. You had some hurdles and things along the way, but guess what? You're still here, so I love it.
Oh, yeah. So then I put out a song after real quick called Earthquake. It charted too.
Okay.
After 5 months after that died down, I put out another single called Sexy. Sexy hit the charts too. I had 3 songs come out back to back that all 3 hit the chart.
Okay, so let's get into the current single you have, the song called Sexy. So tell us the inspiration behind that.
Sexy is you know how the guys, when they see a beautiful woman or girl, and the girl wearing something, doing her thing, how guys eavesdropping, they can be with their woman. And they see woman come to look better than their woman, one eye gonna be on that woman, the other eye gonna be on that girlfriend, make sure she ain't checking you up. Anyway, the moral sexy is it's what I'm just saying what a woman want to hear. I'm just saying what a woman like to hear. Sexy, you cannot see something just for me. Your style, dress unique, the type I want for me. You so sexy. Say, a woman like to hear that. What woman don't want to be called sexy? A lot of they could be married and their man don't give them that attention.
Right. You're right about that.
That's how I come up with that sexy. He became he hit his own Pandora. My whole EP is on Pandora right now. I got 5 songs, the mini album. Sexy, Real Quick, Earthquake, Shine, and I got another one called Get Free.
Okay.
But all of them is on Pandora.
Okay. Well, I definitely want people to be able to check out your songs. So in just a minute, we're going to jump in and let everybody be able to hear the single, Sexy.
Right.
And so, they can get just a little sample of what you got, going on right now. So while I'm pulling that song up for us, Uncle Pootie, are you still there? Okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
This technology, I tell you, it froze itself for a second. But while I'm pulling that song up for us, what do you have coming up next?
Right now, I got another track. I just got the instrumentals earlier this week. So I'm gonna go ahead on and lay that down here shortly. But y'all just stay tuned. We got another single gonna drop. But the Uncle Pootie, we're working on. Right now, I'm doing the animation. We're almost done with it. An animation to the Uncle Pootie is gonna be animation. It's funny, but it's gonna be, y'all gonna love it. Uncle Pootie.
All right. I can't wait to hear more about it and see what you got coming up next. So without further ado, let's check out the song by Uncle Pootie, Sexy.
All right. You want to play real quick also?
Well, we got a few more minutes so we can make sure everybody can check this out, and then we can give them your follow-up information and let them know how to get the more music and more content from you.
Okay.
Hey, we got one.
Sexy girl, you are my world. Looking so good in your diamonds and pearls. Sexy lips, pretty brown eyes, little bitty waist, perfect thighs. Hold up, shorty, you know you bad. If you had me, I'd be the best you ever had. Give me a chance, Oh, why not tonight? A bottle of champagne and a candlelight. I want you to hear as I whisper in your ear, just like that. My alley cat, sexy, can I see something just for me? Your style just unique, the type I want for me. Sexy, 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 sexy. She's so sexy, 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 sexy. Sexy, sexy, smile so bright. Let's make love, love all night. Listen to me good, hear what I'm saying. Playing for keeps, trying to be your man. Hey, little lady, you so fine. It didn't take much to blow my mind. Sexy, can I see something just for me? Your style just unique, the type I want for me. Sexy, 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 sexy. She's so sexy, 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 sexy.
All right. So you got that feel good music for the ladies.
Yes, sir.
All
Yeah.
right. So you know, I can hear the ladies. I can see the ladies right now riding down, you know, this
Oh, yeah.
warm weather, beautiful day, playing
Oh,
that
yeah.
song.
Yeah, and hey, when I do, hey, when the video, my video for it, I'm gonna have Uncle Pootie in the video. Uncle Pootie's gonna be on the passenger side with K-Roll. We're gonna be riding down the street and see girls out there with their Daisy Dukes on. Sexy, you know, Uncle Pootie he already a womanizer, Uncle Pootie. He little women. Uncle Pootie gonna be like, sexy, can I see something? Uncle Pootie gonna be on this thing, on this game. They're gonna
All
put
right.
Pootie back in on the
Uncle Pootie gonna be cutting up. Okay. I got you. So before we get out of here, tell everybody how they can get your music and let them know, you know, how to find you online and all that good stuff.
Okay, you can find my music on Pandora, Apple Music, under COVID times. I did it around when the COVID came out in 2020, beginning of the COVID. So I named the album COVID Time. It's K-Roll, K-ROLL, K-Roll/COVID Time. And that should pull up my whole EP.
Okay.
If you want to pull up your singles, you can pull up Sexy by K-Roll, or either Real Quick by K-Roll. Any one of the songs, you put the title in and make sure you put K-Roll in there. We're gonna pull right up.
Okay.
So on my social media, you can find on IG, you can go to Artist K-Roll page. That's my IG page.
Got
Uncle Pootie, you can go to Uncle Pootie, the Pimp 101. Let me see how would it go. It's Uncle, the UNCLE POOTYTHEPIMP 101. It's Uncle Pootie, the Pimp 101.
all
And
right.
and on Facebook, you can go follow Kevin Rollinson, the KEVIN ROLLINSON. And like I said, on YouTube, you just punch in Kevin Rollinson, or either you want to listen to my song, you want to see my Uncle Pootie video, not Uncle Pootie, but if you want to see my Real Quick video, you punch in K-Roll/Real Quick.
Okay.
And that video should pop up. The video is a nice video. Uncle Pootie is in the video also.
All right now.
In the video, Uncle Pootie is the record. He's the radio DJ. He's the one gonna break the record. Do you have Real Quick on? You got the MP3 with you?
I don't have that one loaded up today, but like I said,
Okay.
I'm glad they'll be able to follow up and
Okay,
check out that song and the other music too.
Real
But before,
Quick, y'all gonna give them more of the Real Quick song, the one that
okay,
platinum first. You know, the more of that song is it's like a DJ amp. I'm letting you know when somebody in order to go produce a hit, you got to go where? The studio, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you leave the studio, you want to make sure when you went to the studio, you want to make a hit. When you leave the studio, you want to get that hit to who? The DJ. You want me to
Absolutely.
play your song, right? Then I
Absolutely. Mhm.
know that this gonna hit. I headed to the studio real quick. Tell the DJ to what? Put it in the mix radio real quick. That's your anthem to the DJ song, to the DJ. That would
All
make the
right.
DJ say it. Really people, ain't a lot of people out there getting shout out to DJs right now. And we're the one breaking records.
That's the truth.
Without the DJ, you ain't nothing.
That's the truth. All right, Uncle Pooty, like I said, thank you so much for joining us today and taking time out, telling us your story, letting us broadcast one of your singles. And, I wish you the absolute best for the future. Keep doing what you love. That's what's key.
Okay, I got you.
All right. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in to Jewels of the Game Special Edition with Uncle Pooty. Y'all be blessed.